I am in the parking lot at the Grove, just finished watching Creed 3. And I gotta share with y'all. I will give a full breakdown, a full review in a separate video, but this is my initial thoughts for Creed 3, the third installment within the Creed series, directed by Michael B. Jordan. I believe this is his directorial debut. I will double check that for the full review. I absolutely loved it. If you are on the fence about going to see this film, you need to go and see this film. I was completely mesmerized from start to finish of the film. There are quite a few beats in which, or things that I do have critical analysis about, I do have negative feedback on, but for the most part, the film was utterly phenomenal. It is what going to the movies is all about. I saw it in Dolby. So I went to an AMC, I'm at the Grove, and I saw it in a Dolby Cinema. I know it was shot for IMAX, but I did wind up seeing it in Dolby, and I enjoyed that experience. I am not 100% sure how to articulate exactly how amazingly well done this film is for it to have certain drawbacks that it has. For the most part, you are rocking with the A story from the very beginning, and I'm also trying not to give y'all spoilers in giving this breakdown. I want to wait and put up a full review after opening weekend so that you guys have a chance to go out and see it without me spoiling it for you. But it was just amazingly well done, and I think a lot of things had a hand in that. The cinematography is phenomenal. For this to be Michael's directorial debut, you can tell that he has been taking notes with every set that he has been on, with every production he has been a part of. You can tell that directing was probably something that he had in his mind or his back pocket this entire time, and he picked up little things. There's such a heavy influence, at least from his most recent works, in this film, specifically from a directorial perspective, and it's not cliche. It's done in a way that really serves the purpose of pushing the story along and keeping you engaged as an audience member. Tagging in Jonathan Majors as the villain in this series was a complete and utter best decision ever done in film. Honestly, his performance is sublime. Honestly, for me, at the start of the film, watching Michael and then watching Jonathan, you could tell that Jonathan is like completely eclipsing Michael in reference to the acting, and I'm going to get into depth and explain. But as the story progresses and as things intensify, Michael starts to turn up as well, and you really get this really gripping conflict that's not only the story that's being told by these two boxers who have an old beef to settle, but it's also watching these thespians actually play in this very nuanced way. And then of course the surrounding cast, like Tessa, of course, is going to show up. Felicia Rashad is of course going to show up. Wood Harris, like there's so many other people that prop these two men up to make their story even more captivating as it's playing out on screen. I honestly sat the entire time in the theater and I could not look away, except for like the boxing parts. I'm not a boxing fan, y'all. I don't be watching boxing. I don't know how y'all do it. The realism that they showed, there were quite a few moments I had to, cause what? You just hit what? So yes, those are the only moments that I actually looked away. Again, there are some drawbacks to the film, but nothing that should stop you from going to the theaters and seeing it opening weekend. It is a must, and I will be dropping a full trailer review, but overall I will give this film an A. I would give it a 4 out of 5 stars as my initial reaction. Maybe 4.5 out of 5. Maybe I'll give it that as my initial reactions. Literally sitting in the parking lot next to the theater, just walked out. I'm still processing a lot that happened. The way the story came together, I think it was done very nuanced. There are certain parts where I feel like the film could have probably been maybe 2 hours and 15 minutes versus the 1 hour and 57 minute runtime that it has, just so that we can get a couple things, because it does look like some things were left on the cutting room floor. But again, overall, it does not compromise the enjoyability of the film, the watchability of the film, or your experience. And I don't want to make this a thing about JM. But this is yet another feather in his cap for brilliant performances. Every single time I see Jonathan Majors show up on screen, he is completely grounded, dropped in, and the character. Like, there is, like, it's almost like Jonathan Majors disappears and the character is it. And it's so beautiful to watch. It's truly captivating to watch. He definitely stole the show for me in reference to just like cannot look away. But he also did the same thing for me with Ant-Man and like quite a few other things. So clearly I'm a Jonathan Majors fan. Michael B. Jordan definitely did hold his own and truly stepped into the directing realm in a powerful way with this film. I think that this is a beautiful film to have as his first foray into this field. So many decisions when it came to cinematography or when it came to direction that I thought were just really nice touches, so that this film was not just kind of like put together. It's not just another boxing story. It's not just another Creed. Honestly, it is the best of what we have seen thus far in the series of films, and also what we've seen from Michael B. All right, y'all, so that is my quick initial thoughts on Creed 3. Go see it and let me know in the comment section down below once you do and what you thought. I will come back with a detailed review. I think I'm actually going to go see it again. I am watching it on Wednesday night for like one of the early screenings, and it premieres technically tomorrow and will be in theaters all this weekend. Of course, for the next few weeks, I will probably be dropping my full breakdown and review next week, so I can give you guys enough time. I wanted to make sure I did not do any spoilers in this one. I hope that you guys enjoy the film when you go and see it. Drop in the comments what you think. If you at the theater, tweet me what you think, because I gotta know how y'all feel after leaving this theater as well. Y'all can see I'm in the parking lot and people walking out. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video.